Hello everyone, and welcome to Beginner Guitar Lessons. I'm Sean Cheek, and today we'll be learning probably the most popular AC/DC riff. That's Back in Black. One more time. And then we'll do the other riffs in next lessons. But I like their riffs because the guitar player for them is really a great soloist, really inventive on his solos and really clean. But his riffs are really pretty easy. We're going to start. I got a lot of distortion cranked up on it, but you really need electric to play this. It may sound, you may can get it to sound okay on acoustic, but we're going to start with an open power chord on the low E, which means the E is open, and then of course the A will be a second fret, and the D will be a second fret. Now what I'm going to do is bar that. That means I'm going to take my first finger, press it flat against the A and the D string, while the E is open, and I'm going to strum 3 strings like that. What I'm going to do is strum it, let it last for about half a count, and then come down with my right hand palm and mute the strings. Like that. Okay, so open 2-2. Now the next chord we're going to do, and that was an E, an octave fifth there. The next chord we're going to do is a D chord. Okay? If you don't know how to do a D chord, what we're going to do is you're going to take the middle finger, and we're going to go to the string that's closest to the ground here, the high E, and put your second fret with the middle finger. Okay? Then I'm going to skip the B string and then go to the G string with this pointer finger, second fret as well. Okay? Now, with the finger, or the string that I skipped, the B string, I'm going to take my ring finger and put it on the 3rd fret there. So I have a D chord. You want to test the string, test the highest one. Next one down, the B string. And then the G string. Okay, make sure they're all coming out and that you're not getting that kind of a sound. Okay, so that's a D chord. So from the high, skinniest string going down, it's 2, 3, 2. Alright, and I'm going to let the D string, the A string be open, and then I'm going to take my thumb and wrap it around. Now this is kind of extra. What I'm going to do is mute the low E so that I can just strum freely. So I'm going to take my thumb around and lightly touch the low E string so it doesn't come out. But I can still strum it, and then I'll get that kind of percussive effect when I do it. And I'm going to go, once you get the chord in place, if you can't wrap your thumb around, just make sure you don't pick the low E, okay? And you get the other strings. So let's get 5 strings and not that thickest string. And I'm going to go down, up, down with my pick. Then I'm going to mute. Like that. So I have 0-2-2, mute, the D chord. Alright, kind of sounds muddy when I play it up here, but I want you to see what the pick is doing. Alright, down, up, down. Now, I'm going to do an A chord, and I can do it with a bar again. I don't want the low E, I don't want the thickest string, but I want the A string, the next one, to be open. No fingers touching it. And then the next 3 strings, the D, G, B, which make a chord all by themselves. I'm going to bar with my first finger in the 2nd fret. So flat finger, and with the pad of your finger, you're going to press down the D, G, B. Like that, and I kind of put my finger at an angle. See that? Instead of like this, it's kind of at an angle. And then I can wrap my thumb around and mute that low E again if I need to. If you can't do that, that's fine. Don't really need the high E in there. So what I'm doing is I'm the 4 middle strings. There, I'm a little out of tune maybe. But okay, now we're going to go down, up, down. Like that. Alright, so we have the first 3 things. We have the 0-2-2, and the D chord down, down. There we go. I think it's just when I pick up here it sounds out of tune. But I want you to see what the pick is doing. So 0-2-2, then the D chord, then the A chord. 0-2-2-2 in the middle. And then we wait. Dun, dun. So we play it down, up, down. 2, 3, and then we're going to come right in on the next part of the riff, which is a 3 and then a pull off to open on the high E. So 3 open like that. So 3 open. And to make that open come out, I kind of take my finger and do that. I kind of pull on it as I'm coming off. If you want to do that a little bit to make them out stronger when you do the open. Because if you just come straight up, you don't really get the open. So kind of pull it, kind of pluck it with my finger here. Now we're going to go 3 open on the B string, the very next string towards the ceiling. 3-0. So 3-0, 3-0. And then I'm going to do a, on the G string, I'm going to do, let's see, 3 things. I'm going to have 2nd fret. I'm going to do a bend. Bends are really cool in guitar. I mean, you get, bending the string. You can do a lot of things with vibrato or doing blues notes. But I like to take 2 fingers because when you're close to the nut here, it's hard to bend, more difficult to bend the string. So I use 2 fingers. So let's take our peace fingers and let's put them in the 2nd fret of the G string. And we're going to start out just holding the string down on the 2nd fret. Say I'm only doing 1 string, but I'm using 2 fingers for strength to bend it when we bend it in a minute. So 2nd fret, and then immediately I'm going to push the string up towards the ceiling, come back down, and then pull off for an open. Okay, so done 3 things. 1, 2, 3. So you have the regular, then the bend part, and then the puff for the open. So, and that goes really fast. Then you're back to the other part. And then we're back to this beginning part. So practice this slow. 3-0, 3-0. Bend, open, and start over. So 0-2. Now this is the same part of the riff. We're just reading this first section again. Off. Now D chord, down, up, down. Down, up, down with pick. And then the A chord. 0-2-2-2 in the middle. Strings. Down, up, down. Now, instead of doing that da-da-da-da-da-da part, we're going to do this. Okay? Alright, this is how we do that. We're going to start on the low E here, on 7 with the pinky. And each finger has its own fret. So all 4 of my fingers have 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7 frets. Got them down, okay? Now I'm going to pick the low E on 7. Why do I have all my fingers down? For strength, and it's just more comfortable that way than to just put the pinky down. Alright, that's hard. So put all your other fingers down. And then I'm going to go to 4, 7, 4. And I'm picking down, up, down, up. Now I'm going to go 7, 5. So first you went 7, 4, then you go 7, 5. And I'm also muting in between. 7, 4, right hand palm down. 7, 4, and then 7, 5. And then 7, 6, and I actually slide up here with first and second fingers for this part. 7, 6, and then 7, 7. But in between each group of 2 notes, you mute. So 7, 4, mute. 7, 5, mute. 7, 6, mute. 7, 7. So here's the whole riff. Down, up, down. Down, up, down. 2, 3. And then, okay, and then it repeats over and over. Alright, hope you enjoy. Hello, I'm Sean Cheek, and welcome to Beginner Guitar Lessons. We're learning the second riff to Back in Black.